hit illegal ham in the face. But bro, where's the banjo?
Some Cleveland sports shows try to give you hot takes, but only one can give you a big old piece of hot ham. Welcome to Illegal Ham to the Face. Talking all Cleveland sports. And don't forget our Fat Boy Tuesday, where we also ham it up with some fun food topics. Without further ado, let's serve up some ham. Here are the Ham Boys, Fatty, and Big Bry.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome on into Legal Ham to the Face. Bry, it is spring out. It looks like Punxsutawney Phil is off on his prediction, like he freaking always is. Ended up being 53 degrees today outside, Bry. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, we'll take it. I mean, the hell we've been through, the last month. I don't know if we've gotten much above 20. So, yeah, haven't sent today.
Oh, yes, and everything's melting down, and holy crap, it's like rivers across the roads. It's amazing what happens when you got 2 feet of snow getting ready to disappear here in a couple days.
Sounds like next week's supposed to be halfway decent too. So maybe we're to the other side of the really crappy stuff. Although I'm sure we've got another snowstorm in us for March.
Oh, and April and probably May and maybe one in June, knowing our weather program.
Why not?
So Justin's in here tonight. He said that he wants winter back. Let me scroll all the way up here. Let's see here. Damn near 70 today. I want more snow. He said a hot dog is a taco. We've already been discussing that for a better part of a decade now, it feels like. And Game Time Bobby's in here tonight. What's going on, Bobby G? Thank you for joining us tonight. Bry, tonight's show, we're diving into the NBA trade that we kind of broke at the end of our show with James Harden and Darius Garland last week. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about somebody handing in their letter of resignation, along with a player doing the same thing. It's your turn for trivia tonight, which is brought to you by City Dogs Cleveland. We're going to do our top 3 moments of the Super Bowl this year, whether it be a commercial, a play, just something that stood out to you in the Super Bowl this year. And then, Brian, I haven't decided for Fat Boy Tuesday yet, but I have a feeling we might be talking a little pizza because yesterday was National Pizza Day.
I did not know that.
So we might get into that a little bit, but I want to let everybody know that, Brian, I don't know how I did it. I don't know what happened. I wish I could recreate the algorithm, but Brian, last week we went viral.
Okay.
On Instagram with our conversation with Nick Weary about Super Bowl foods, Brian. And it was the clip that I clipped of us talking about walking into a Super Bowl party and seeing like 10 crock pots. And just knowing you're about to have a good time. And we started talking about crock pot foods. And Brian, a lot of people gave us their recipes. I thank you, everybody. Brian, we ended up with almost 1,800 likes.
Goodness.
Almost 200 comments. Brian, 89,000 engagements.
Jeez.
I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened. Brian, there was a lot of, because my face was on there more than yours. There was a lot of, that fat guy needs to go find a salad bar, not crock pots. That guy's face looks like a crock pot. That guy's third.
What a wonderful place. That aren't you so happy we went viral? That sounds delightful.
All of them I started laughing at, and all I could do was just giggle because if you guys are just commenting to comment, I'm like, fine, bring it on. It is what it is. I know where I'm at in my life. I know I got a fat face and I got 4 chins. We're good. I understand it. The best one was, and I wasn't expecting the guy to actually contact me back, Brian, but I actually wrote down because one guy specifically, I remember, told me to go to the salad bar, go find a salad bar you pretty much FF. We're going to dumb it down a little bit, but a little FF action out there. And I was like, huh. I was like, well, I wonder what this guy's about. So I clicked on his profile, and the very first thing it said was Christian underneath
Hmm.
his name. So I just wrote back to him and I said, hey, you know something that's very Christian of you to say? Thank you so much and God bless. And I didn't think I'd hear back from him because you know how trolls are, Brian. But he actually wrote back and
All
apologized.
right. Oh, is
Caught
that
me
right? Good.
Caught me off
Yeah.
guard on that one.
Yeah,
And
we all have moments of weakness, I guess. But
I do every time when I
yeah.
see a crock pot, Brian.
There's yeah, I don't know. Maybe he had a bad day. I guess it's good that he came back to apologize. But yeah, whatever. There's really no space for that, especially somebody just it's not like you were attacking him and he came back at you. You're just minding your own damn business, and he felt the
Hey,
need to attack you. But some people out there just aren't happy, and
I know.
so they try to pull people down into the misery with them. So
Hey,
yeah,
that's fine.
there you go. God bless. Yeah, that's all you can say. Kill him with kindness.
Brian, I enjoyed it. I started laughing. Hey, the more you guys hate, guess what? More content for us. Doesn't matter to me. No sweat off my back. Brian, Justin, I love you, Justin. 4, did you lose weight? I did a little bit today. I'm not gonna lie. It might be down to 3.5 chins. It was 7 at one point in time. But Brian, let's get in our show this week. But how's your week been so far? We had a crazy time last week. We got to thank Nick Weary and his awesome sauce for joining us last week.
Yeah, the week has been good so far. I mean, after the Super Bowl and the kind of snoozer that was, and if you want to, we can get into some bets that I'm sure a lot of people lost because somehow there are a lot of points, basically just in the fourth quarter, but there wasn't a lot of garbage offense. I guess the first 3 quarters were just like going to the dentist, really.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But you remember watching the Burt Kreischer special when he bought everybody in his family pajamas, and he's talking about like Christmas cracking his dad up, and he goes, "Yeah, I bought my wife like 8 pairs of pajamas."
Mm-hmm.
I was having that moment on Sunday because me and a couple of the other guys from the network were all texting, and next thing you know, it was with the live drive results for the New England Patriots, and it was come on punt. Brian, we doubled down probably 4 times on the Patriots to punt the live drive results. It turned out pretty good for us. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, no, I kind of placed my bets before the game and set my phone aside and was kind of disgusted at what I saw, so I didn't even check it till the next morning. And I
Yeah,
lost them all, by the way.
I won 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, because they were only $1 hollers on
Right.
the Patriots to punt. But the one I did get, I bet that Walker would have over 60 yards and both quarterbacks over 200 yards passing. So I hit that one. But I mean, Walker had it in the first, 5 minutes of the first quarter, pretty much.
Yeah, I think he had almost probably 90 in the first half or so. He was on. That's why it makes no sense to me that they don't use him more. They're dead set on this running back split, but he'll probably be gone. He'll get more money somewhere else. But I do blame my daughter for costing me about $25 because I was going to put a bet on, and it was just like you. I bet $1 here, $1 there. So I was going to bet $1 on Kenneth Walker to be the leading rusher and Mac Hollins to be the leading receiver. And it was like plus 2,400 or something like that. So I was going to do it. I was about to do it. She distracted me and I never got back to it. And I thought about it like in the second quarter. I'm like, shoot, go watch. Go figure. Mac Hollins. And I think he had like 4 catches. He had like 2 big catches and that was it. So yeah, go figure that's what's hits. But I don't know. I needed in a fantasy thing that we do at work. I needed Stephon Diggs to have 50 yards to win like big money and get third place in this thing, and I think he had 38 or something like that. So
Bad beat.
yeah, it was a bummer all around, really, to be honest.
The one that really did piss me off, the bet I did, I'll even admit it on here. The one that really did piss me off is I was watching the game was going, and you have your live odds for MVP. Now and I'll be honest with you, I put $1 holler on Stephon Diggs and $1 holler on Cooper Kupp to win MVP.
Sure.
Okay,
sure. So did I. On Kupp.
But the best one was as soon as I saw the first field goal, I'm like, that kicker's winning the MVP. That kicker pretty much scored all the points for that freaking team, and he still didn't win the MVP. How did Myers not win the MVP, Brian? That's some bullshit.
Well, if they were all like 55, 60 yarders, he probably would have, but they were like chip shot field goals that Schmitty could have made.
Still upset.
Walker was the best player on the field, and I don't know if it was very close at all, really.
I didn't see him.
I'm glad they got it right. No, he didn't. You're right.
I mean, the kicker scored all the points and the defense.
Yeah, I think after the fact, I heard that the kicker's points over under was like 8, and I'm like kicking myself. Why didn't I bet that? That seemed like a good bet.
Saying kickers don't win the MVP, bro.
No, they don't. I don't think Vinatieri ever did.
We'll have to look that up.
Although he did get into the Hall of Fame. I think maybe second or third kicker ever.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's impressive.
All right. Well, Brian, do you want to get started on our show and get into our trivia, buddy? Even though we kind of already started it as we're talking.
Well, let's go. Yeah, I don't have any shout outs if that's what you're going to ask me.
All right. Let's do the trivia, bud. And it's your turn for trivia, which is brought to you by City Dogs Cleveland. And man, everybody's firing in the comments now. Bobby G said Christian Gonzalez was the best player on the field.
He had a couple really nice plays.
Yes, he did.
Shut JSN down. I know he left for a little bit, but yeah, he looks like the real deal.
Yeah. All right, Brian, it is your turn for trivia. All right, bud. I know you probably got a doozy for me this week. What do you got, bud?
It's a Super Bowl trivia. It's gettable. I'm going to call it. It's similar to the last one that I gave you, and that the correct answer is Tom Brady. But I feel like Tom Brady is just going to be the answer for any Super Bowl or playoff trivia. So taking Tom Brady out of it, who has the most passing yards in a Super Bowl? One single game.
In one single game.
Mm-hmm. Not named Tom Brady. Brady has 1 and 2.
God, it feels like Otto Graham is the one to go right here.
When he threw it 13 times, Otto Graham.
That 13 times for 687 yards. Thank you very much.
Technically, he never played in a Super Bowl, and that pains me to say as a Browns fan.
Oh, God. Is it somebody you think I can get? Like, is it somebody?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. All the guys in the top 10 are it's if you're a football fan, all of them are household names. But if you're not a football fan, you can probably get 8 out of 10 of them.
Okay. Let's see here. James is in here now. What's going on, James?
What's up, James?
All right, Bri. Well, let me stew on that a little bit. God, no. I don't even want to see that. Damn it, Brian. Said the only special teams player to ever win a Super Bowl MVP was Desmond Howard.
Sure was. The year Brett Favre won it with the Packers. 90, also against the Patriots.
91?
5? No, I think it was later. 95, 97, something like that.
God, one more thing I got to deal with, Michigan fans. Jesus. All right.
I didn't bring it up.
I know. Let me play the
headline. But I do
appreciate
him bringing it up.
All right, let's play the headlines. Let's finish off the Super Bowl conversation, Brian. Then we got some Cleveland news to get into. Brian, you're going to have to repeat the trivia for James. He did not hear what it was.
Most passing yards in a single Super Bowl, other than Tom Brady. Tom Brady has top spot 505 yards, second spot 466. So technically, I'm looking for who has the third most in a single game.
All right. All right, Brian, let's finish off our Super Bowl conversation, bud. It was a, dare I say, a snooze fest in the first half, and then you got to the fourth quarter, and it was kind of crazy, Brian. But you got to give Seattle's defense, Jesus, God, Seattle's defense. They just didn't let New England do anything at all. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't really pass the ball. It was definitely a defensive game. And like you said, Kenneth Walker just stole the show right out of the gate. A couple big runs for 60 yards. I think he had the one for like 35 and then another one for 40. But as a Super Bowl, you expect a little bit more offense. But you do have to say, though, at halftime, even though it was 12-0, Bry, it felt like a lot bigger than 12-0.
Yeah, I mean, because the Patriots couldn't do anything offensively. They just had no answers. Drake May, to be quite honest, looked like a Browns quarterback out there. Like, I understand he was under heavy pressure, but even when he did have time to throw, he's just holding it. And like, I kind of started to think that maybe he's just looking, maybe it was just in the second half. I didn't really go back and watch the first half, but he's just maybe trying to throw like 30, 40-yard routes to get him back into the game. I feel like a quarterback, not to bring up Tom Brady again, but a quarterback like that, just taking what the defense gives you, checking it down, getting 5-6 yards. Like, I feel like they could have at least had some success against that defense, but the linebackers, everybody's dropping off the line like 10 yards. And I don't know if it was a scheme thing. I don't know if it was a Drake May thing, but like there didn't seem to be anything underneath that he could check to. And I don't know if they just didn't make adjustments. I don't know if he just was shook. He might have been injured. We kept hearing leading up to the Super Bowl, like whispers that Drake May's shoulder could be a concern, but he wasn't really on the injury report. And then it comes out like after the game that he got an injection in his shoulder. So there was just a lot of, and I think I said I would take the Patriots last week, thinking that it might be a close game, and honestly having confidence in Vrabel that it wouldn't get out of hand. But the concerns were Drake May's shoulder, not knowing the unknown there, what's going to be the deal there. And then the other one is, I mean, how many times do we have to see it time and time again that even these really good quarterbacks, Pat Mahomes against the Buccaneers, Pat Mahomes last year against Philadelphia, like Tom Brady against the Giants. If you can get to these really good quarterbacks with only 4 down linemen, you make their life hell because everyone else just drops back. And so we saw it again. So if you're a Browns fan, if you're looking for a glimmer of hope, like, we're sitting there at 6. We think we absolutely have to go offense, which I agree with. I think we do. But, if you can have a front 4 that's that dominant, Myles Garrett, Mason Graham still being young, the season that Malik Collins just turned in, we add another defensive end to that mix. I don't know if you can do it game in and game out, but when you're put in big game situations, if you can get to the quarterback with just 4 guys, it's a game changer. It's going to be very difficult. You're really going to have to be disciplined and have a great game plan to counteract that.
Yeah, and Seattle just pretty much ate that offensive line from New England. And what was it? Will Campbell, a couple of the pictures I saw of him getting completely flattened on his ass. Man,
It came out today that he was playing with like a torn ligament in his knee for the playoffs, which is wild. Wild to think. Like, I don't know. At what point do you have to say you're kind of being selfish? Because I know you want to be a warrior, you want to be out there for your team, but if you're hurting your team, you have to know when to sit down.
Yeah, but who's the backup is the other question.
Oh, I have no idea.
If it's fucking KT Leviston, you might as well try to stay out there, right?
Taking strays, man. I tell you, he's like, what am I doing? I'm just sitting at home. That's rough.
And then he's going to be sitting at home for a very long time, along with Jed Wills.
Let's hope so. Knock on wood.
Jeez. Brian, is there any other takeaway you have from the Super Bowl? Whether it be, we'll talk about, the halftime show was a halftime show. I know there was 2 different halftime shows for the entire world. Jesus, we can't even get on the same page for that. But Brian, like any of the commercials you thought were good, like the one that I thought was the Duncan commercial with all the 90s sitcoms.
Yeah, I do remember that. Honestly, I just got in football mode because I'm just down here. I was in my basement. I wanted to watch it here at the house, and I was just down here focused on football, like I consume every other football game. So it didn't even hit me till the second half that, oh wait, I'm supposed to be watching these commercials, because you know how you get when you're watching a Browns game. It's like, okay, commercial, let me flip the channel, let me look at my phone, let me go use the bathroom, get something to eat, get something to drink. Like, it didn't even register to me until the second half. So I feel like I missed out. Hopefully, maybe on the Duncan one I do remember because that was in the second half. But yeah, there are very few commercials that I really remember.
I think the one that I really got out, me and Brian just said it here, said the Bud Light commercial when the keg went down over the hill and the whole wedding party jumped off the cliff and started rolling down the hill after the keg. It was Post Malone and Shane Gillis and all of them. He's like, is that a Bud Light keg? And also it's like, yeah. And all of a sudden it rolls down the hill and you just see the whole wedding party, like even grandma dive over top and they're all rolling down this hill. And Shane gets down the bottom and goes, guys, there's a path down here.
Yeah, you figured they'd have a good one, right?
Justice said the Manscaped one was funny. I did not see the Manscaped one. I'll have to look that one up.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, it's Super Bowl. Brian, that means football is over with, bud, at least until the draft. We're going to segue real quick into at least some football news on our side. Come to find out that, everybody said that Jim Schwartz didn't have a prayer's chance to he was going to come back. He couldn't go anywhere else. He's going to come back to the Browns. And Brian, he put in his letter of resignation and he's gone with the wind. You shocked by that? Because a lot of people were shocked saying that he was going to come back.
No, I wouldn't say I was shocked. I mean, the initial reports was, well, he's just not happy and he's just not going to be around. But then the fact that it drug out a little bit longer and it took so long. But then there were things along the way with Monken's press conference to where he was saying, well, I wasn't game planning for Jim Schwartz. I was game planning for Denzel Ward and for Myles Garrett. And so I feel like that was him maybe subtly throwing dirt on the grave of Jim Schwartz. Like if he really wanted to keep him around and thought he had a realistic chance, he would have said nothing but glowing things about him if he thought honestly that he would be back in the locker room. So, but the longer it drug on, you're like, well, this is kind of his only option. He's not going to have another defensive coordinator job just sitting out there waiting for him. So maybe try to talk yourself into it. Well, is he going to coach again this year, you think?
Sounds like the Raiders.
Oh, is that right? Okay, so but he's still under contract with us, so would they have to trade for him?
I don't know. That I don't know. I don't know the aspects of that whole situation with the contract and everything else.
Is he interviewing for them, or is that just a rumor?
No, it's just rumors right now going around. So
Sure.
so I don't know. And when Monkey, let's see, good God, Brian, who threw a bigger fit when Monkey got hired, Fatty or Schwartz? Probably Fatty. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you didn't lose out on a head coaching job like Jim Schwartz did.
Man,
Did you throw that big of a fit? I don't remember.
I did. There's another.
Okay.
There's another show I threw a huge fit on. And it
okay.
And Brian, it wasn't the fact that I was caught off guard by the Monken hire.
As we all were.
And you had your heart set on one person, and that one person did not get it. And of course, you're going to throw a little bit of a fit. I mean, I did get called a 6-year-old at the time when this fit happened. But there was a fit.
So refresh my memory. Was your heart set on Schwartz or Shieldhouse?
Schwartz. I wanted Schwartz.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought you did. Yeah.
I would have been okay with Shieldhouse because I think with Shieldhouse, Schwartz would have stayed too.
Yeah, there's just no way of knowing that though.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I think if we didn't choose him, then he was probably gone, is what it sounds like. Unless, Shieldhouse being a younger guy, he would show up to the Browns facility and just bow down to Jim Schwartz and sing his praises and really pump his ego up to try to keep him around.
Not gonna lie, Shieldhouse being a younger guy, he was bowing down to a lot of people in the front office if he got hired. He would have no sway on anything that happened here. At least Monken has a little bit of say what's going on. So we'll see how it turns out. Bry, another person saying goodbye. David Njoku came out and said his goodbyes to Cleveland. He is not going to resign in Cleveland. He is going to hit the free agent market. Bry, he was here for, 9 years. Is it 9 years he was here?
He was drafted the same year as Miles. So that was a year before Baker. So
I feel like he's like 38 years old.
Well, no. Remember when he was drafted, he was only like 20.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if is he 30 now or something?
I don't even think he's 30 yet.
29. Yeah. So yeah, he's still got some good years. If he catches on with a quality team, they could use him if he stays healthy.
Yeah. I mean, I want to thank him for, his time here. Obviously, Harold Fanning doing what he did this year kind of sealed the deal in Njoku. And, you're not going to pay that kind of amount of money, for a tight end when you have a younger one, in the wings waiting. And I think they saw the writing on the wall with Fanning doing as well as he did. They knew they were not going to sign David Njoku this year. I was kind of upset because if that's the case, why not trade him and try to get something out of it? And I had people like, well, the only thing you're going to get out of it is their 6th or 7th rounder. Well, it's a lot better than nothing right now. At least that 6th or 7th rounder you could use for something.
Sure. Yeah. And especially, a team that really wasn't going anywhere. But maybe you couldn't even got that because he was hurt most of the year. So, and he was on an expiring deal. So there's no guarantee that you could have got that. But yeah, I agree. If you got a 5th or 6th rounder or something, yeah, they should have explored that. But I have been hard on David Njoku, and a lot of it has to do with his contract. Like us paying him at the time a top 5 tight end salary, and then I think probably once all the other guys got paid a top 10 salary, and so that's where a lot of my I don't know what to call it, not displeasure, but a lot of my sourness came from for Njoku. Like, the dude was a consummate pro. He never said a bad word about the organization. He talked glowingly about the city. So, like, him as a player, him as a teammate, him as a representative of this franchise, he was top tier. So, I extend my thank yous. I extend my gratitude. The last couple of years haven't been great because of injury, but, a dude that took a fireball to the face and then played a couple days later, you know where his heart is, where, where his loyalty to the team and just his toughness is. Like, as a fan, you just ask for a guy to be present, to be available, to be tough, and to be accountable and a good teammate and a good representative of the team. And I feel like he checks every single one of those boxes. And he had some good years. He had some average years. And, you know, I've gotten on him in the past about not living up to his contract. But all accounts say he's a grade A human being. So I thank you, David Njoku, for what you did for the city of Cleveland. And, you know, he posted a farewell or a send off today, just thanking the city, and that was just total class move.
Well, yeah, and the city loved him, especially a lot of women, as they would watch him walk around shirtless on the football field in 10-degree weather. A lot of fat guys do that too, by the way. You guys don't like us doing it, though. Gotta get some chubby love in there, Bri. No,
Once in a while.
I mean, I like Njoku. I like what they did when they drafted him. Obviously, he was a raw talent that they kind of had to get kind of honed in. I mean, where would you rank Njoku, all tight ends here in Cleveland? I mean, 9 years here. Would you have him in your top 5?
I think so. Yeah, I think statistically he's second behind Ozzie Newsome. So I can't think of anybody other than Ozzie that you would put above him. Like, I'd have to really go back and think of Kellen Winslow. Like, it was very short lived, and obviously he's had a lot of trouble since he left the Browns. But yeah, I don't know. If you can make a case for somebody being higher than him in second place, then I would listen to it. But right now, not off the top of my head. Who?
A lot of people were saying big play Gary Barnage.
Yeah, but he just didn't. Yeah, I mean, he was good for maybe a year or two, maybe 3 at the most. Just not enough, not long enough. Same with Jordan Cameron.
Mm-hmm. Cameron Jordan.
Is that who it was, Cameron? Well, now you got no. It was Jordan Cameron. Cameron Jordan's the guy for. Okay,
it was, but that's the infamous phone call to Cameron Jordan.
Right, like, hey, we drafted you. And he said, "I've already been drafted, man."
Jose Cotto's here. What's going on, Jose?
What's up, Jose? Hey, man. Glad to hear from you, bud.
Well, now that Jose's here, we got to talk a little baseball, Bri. And it came out that Manuel Clase, a lot more doctored pitches than was perceived before. It sounded like over 48 games in 2 years that he kind of spiked a couple. Bri, holy shit. Like, of course, we trade for this guy. We get him. He's probably going to be one of the most elite closers. And he blames him betting on baseball as cockfighting. And here we go with the Cleveland Guardians again with stupid stuff like this. Like, I don't know, do bro sweet, trade him for Nick Swisher. Just stupid. Are you really, that you're probably going to be paid one of the top paid closers, and you're going to piss that away for just a little bit of money in a gambling scheme to throw off pitches? Like, what the hell, Bri?
Yeah, a lapse of judgment. Maybe not realizing. I mean, it has to be not realizing how big these gambling businesses are, and that they have the resources to go back. Like, clearly, he thought, yeah, no big deal. It's one pitch. Who's really going to be investigating this? So let me do it one time. Okay, heard nothing. Let me do it another time. All right. Clearly, they're not paying attention. Let me just keep doing it. And so, yeah, I just thinking that there's no chance you're going to get caught, and if you can help a couple people make some money and put some money in your pocket at the same time, and really not hurt your team. I mean, it's just one pitch. It's not like he's betting against giving up a run or a home run or something in the 9th inning. So it's one pitch. Who does it really hurt? But yeah, with him, and I can't even remember who the other pitcher's name was. Between those two guys, I don't really care to hear anything about them unless you tell me that they're eligible to play baseball again. Out of sight, out of mind. Class A, the other guy, good riddance. Thank you for your service. I just don't care to hear anything about you unless you tell me you're eligible to play baseball again. The only thing I heard today which was ridiculous, is they're still not sure if he'll be eligible to get his salary from the Guardians this season.
Yeah.
Like, how is that even on the table? Like, he cheated the game, and you're saying there's still a chance that he could get his salary?
Well,
I understand it's probably all semantics, and he won't get it, but just the fact that it's even a discussion.
Well, technically, like, baseball and basketball are the only guaranteed contracts. Like, you're guaranteed that money. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Football is not. And that's the other thing. That's why I wanted to bring up to you is, like, the Guardians, I mean, that's almost $10 million right there that they could use in free agency, even though they won't use it. Let's be honest, they won't.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that's $10 million extra dollars to get on your payroll just for one guy. I mean, they got to at least tell them something so that they can kind of figure out the team and what they have to do. Like, they know they're not getting Class A back. But, I mean, it's $10 million. I think it ended up being like 7 or something, like 6.8. But still, I mean, that's enough money to bring in 2 other guys, knowing the way the Cleveland Guardians work. And one of them's probably going to be 48 years old, like Jason Giambi. So, but I still don't know how the Guardians are still on the hook on this contract and everything. Like, as soon as he was being investigated, everything should have been put on pause. And I mean, everything put on pause until this system played out. And now that they know that he's going to be indicted for all this stuff, that's when, be like, all right, Guardians, you guys can rip up that contract. You guys don't have to pay him anymore. If he gets through this legal process and everything else, then he could go find another team or go play over in Japan or Korea or Dominican, wherever he's going to play. Let him do whatever he's going to do. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how the guards are on the hook for that one.
It's wild. Yeah, I'm sure it'll all play out in the end. And so there's not a whole lot of reason to speculate or waste time worrying too much about it. But yeah, I heard that today, and I was just that was one thing I was pretty surprised about with the matter. But at this point, I'm just assuming he'll never play in baseball again.
Yeah. And Brian, I do got to give a slow clap for our next legal thing that has happened today. It only took 10 years, it feels like, but Deshaun Watson has finally settled all of his lawsuits against him. Bri, it's all done and over with. All the legal matters are done. It only took 9 years, but they're all done now. And we don't have to talk about them anymore after this. There's no more allegations. No more of that stuff coming around anytime soon.
That won't stop ESPN from talking about him, though.
Oh, I know.
I mean, they have a slow day in the offseason. You don't think they're going to be bring up Deshaun Watson, and you'll hear about Tony Busby and just anything to get content for them.
No, I just thought that was funny hearing that today because I know the one that he was very adamant about taking to court. And, oh, look at that. You still ended up settling. Okay. All right, buddy. Good for you.
That's why I say hasn't never been proven guilty of all these allegations. I know people want to say, "Well, how could 22 people be lying?" Like, if you tell me I can get a big payday for 22 people, I guarantee I can find 22 people to lie.
Allegedly, Brian, you don't want to get in that murky water. That's a gray area we don't want to get into.
We're having shows from redoing shows from 3 years ago.
I know, right? All right, Brian, let's get into it. James Harden got traded from LA Clippers to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Darius Garland and a second-round pick, Brian. Not only we had that, we had Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis come over, DeAndre Hunter trade from Sacramento. Brian, people have been trying to bait me about this James Harden coming over. And it's, Brian, I do not have a problem with James Harden coming to the Cavs and what the Cavs had to give up to get James Harden. I feel like the Cavs knew that Darius Garland's feet were, let's just put it this way, they're fucked. And they're trying to get out of it. And they were hoping that they would get a pick back, picking up the contract from James Harden, but they did not. They ended up having to give a second round pick just to get the beard here. Now, my qualms with this, Bri, are James Harden does not play defense. One.
Neither did Darius Garland.
Well, he tried. He just didn't do it very well.
Well, he tried. Okay, he tried. So
okay,
one guy
James
tried
Harden,
and one guy doesn't.
Yeah, one guy does not at all. Two, James Harden is also 36 years old. And James Harden is known to be I don't know how to explain it. A thorn in certain gentlemen establishments.
Yeah, but that's I don't know. That's a narrative that people enjoy talking about. Again, that doesn't really affect anything at all.
I think the biggest
what
thing
you do in your free time is, as long as you show up and play basketball. Darius Garland was an angel, by all accounts.
No,
he didn't show up and play in the playoffs. So, sorry, bud.
Well, there's games that James Harden hasn't showed up and played in the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, but it's the devil you know versus the devil that you don't know.
Oh my God, I don't know. I'm leery about it. Hey, he's played well the past two games. Everybody's kind of crowning this to be and a couple people on Network 2 and 6 have too. This is a championship team with just these two of Mitchell and Harden.
When were they saying that? Was that after the game last night?
Yes, it was after.
Yeah,
the game
right. And people are flying high today.
He's played two games.
Finals favorites. Yeah. Just I mean, because let's be honest, and credit given to the Cavs, that's probably a top 5 win that they'll have in the regular season. What they did last night. So, as a guy who said, I don't really care about the regular season, I can acknowledge, and I didn't watch it. I didn't stay up and watch, but by all accounts, from what I heard today, coming back in the fourth quarter, Harden making a big shot at the end there. You got to give credit where credit is due, and it sounded like that was a great win and something that can springboard them at least for a couple weeks to, hopefully go on a run here.
Do you think these additions, Brian, I'm going to ask you because we've been trounced in the second round multiple years now, and we broke up the core 4 at that point in time too. The core 4 that they said they didn't want to break up, even though we knew it had to be a point in time. Do you think the additions of Harden, Schroeder, and Ellis put us in the Eastern Conference Finals and maybe the NBA Finals?
It's so hard to project, and I don't want to pigeonhole myself into saying, oh, yeah, for sure. But do I legitimately believe we're in a better place right now than we were a week or 8 days ago or 10 days ago before we made the Schroeder deal? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. Too many question marks with Darius Garland. Even if he's healthy, there's still question marks. And you just look at the trade itself. Mm-hmm. We were given a 26-year-old and for a 36-year-old. And they agreed that wasn't enough. We had to throw in a second round pick. So that's how much better most people perceive James Harden at being than Darius Garland. And then you throw in the foot issues and the unknown there. I think that trade we upgraded. I was a big fan of DeAndre Hunter when we got him, but he just hasn't lived up to the hype, unfortunately. Or maybe it's a Deshaun Watson situation to where we just didn't really find a great way to utilize him. So I like that trade. I like the toughness that Ellis brings. Schroeder's certainly a veteran, and we need guys that have that veteran experience that you can count on in the playoffs. And I'm a big fan of both trades that the Cavs made. I wish, honestly, we could have found a way to maybe get a bigger wing, but I feel like we've been saying that ever since we got rid of LeBron. And finding a 6'8", 6'9" wing would have been nice, but we had that with DeAndre Hunter, and what did we get with that? So yeah, I'm excited to see what the second half of the season really holds.
And I do know that they were in talks with Milwaukee about Giannis. Milwaukee,
sure, as they should have been.
And Milwaukee said no. But Bri, there's other rumors going around that now that Harden's here and Mitchell's here, somebody might come back for a swan song here in Cleveland.
Yeah, I think that's a discussion maybe to have in the off season. And for those that don't know, he's talking about LeBron. But we've heard that the last couple off seasons. But right now, people are talking like it's more likely than not that he'll play in Cleveland next year, which I don't really know if that's the case. I think that's people getting caught up in the moment. Again, like I said, with Andrew Berry hiring the Browns coach, nobody really knows. Unless you're LeBron's best friend and he tells you everything and you're reporting it to Shams, nobody really. It's all speculation. Nobody knows anything. And people are connecting the dots. So yeah, would I like to see him back for next year? And if we can keep this this team intact, and that means bringing Harden back, and hopefully after a successful off season and postseason, yeah, that would be great. But there's a lot of things that have to go down between now and then. Like I just saw today, Jason Tatum is playing 5-on-5 now. So there's a chance he's back for the playoffs. If he's back for the playoffs, I don't care how good you get to be with James Harden, the Celtics are the favorites.
But
if he's 90%, if he's 90%,
yeah,
Jason Tatum, I don't know.
If he's going to be 90%, I mean, he's still got to get in. He might be limited on minutes. He might be.
Yeah, and it seems like we always hear this stuff. I don't know if it's specifically with Achilles, but remember Aaron Rodgers talking about coming back 5 months after he hurt his, and like Kevin Durant when he hurt his in the finals. Like there's all this, like you think he's playing 5-on-5 in February. Certainly he'll be ready by April or May, but that's not always the case. But the Celtics are still a formidable opponent without him.
I mean, to go back, I look at Deshaun Watson. He popped his Achilles twice.
Exactly. And then we talked about at the end of the season, like, well, Deshaun Watson could come back after 10, 11 months. Yeah. And what ended up happening? He didn't.
Oh, he could have. He would. Did you not see the videotapes? He could have.
Oh, exactly. Those are the same evidence as playing 5-on-5. Like, playing 5-on-5? Oh, look at this video.
Now, hold on. Was he
like,
playing,
that's not professional games.
Was he playing 5-on-5 with NBA pros or the rec league from Strongsville?
Zero idea. Right. Can't say that at all.
All right, Brian. Well, those are all the kind of updates we got sports-wise. You ready for some Fat Boy Tuesday?
Yep. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
And now, it's time for Fat Boy Tuesday.
All right, Brian, it's Fat Boy Tuesday. Super Bowl just happened, Brian. I apologize. I could not make it over. I had to cancel on you and somebody else, too. Hope got sick. She was down all day Sunday, and it was just me and the boys, and we did do a crock pot food, but we didn't go extravagant. We just made some chili. I didn't go extravagant on Super Bowl. Did you go extravagant on Super Bowl? What'd you have?
No, it was appetizers. Let's see, we did chips and salsa, chips and queso, boneless wings, tater tots, and my wife brought home a pizza. So good stuff. Nothing crazy. Sparky's here actually, it's in Seville, so it's a little south of Medina. Had it one time, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and she was actually out at an event Sunday afternoon. So on her way home, I was like, "Hey, you're swinging right past there. Pick it up, bring it up." And so she was here by 7 o'clock or so. I was being dad until through the first quarter at least, and then she got home and put her to bed. So it was on after that. Good eating, couple cold beers.
So just did you just get a pepperoni?
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay.
That's the go-to pepperoni.
Okay,
Don't
there
go
is Seville.
any crazy.
Sparky's in Seville, Ohio, correct?
Yep, you got it.
All right, look at that. Okay, I'm looking at pictures now. You know how. All right, that looks actually really good pizza, dude.
It wasn't bad. No, I wouldn't say it was anything great. Like, I don't think like I would send people, "Oh, you got to go down and try it." But it was solid. It was average to above average.
Like out of 10, what would you give it? One bite. One bite. Everybody knows the rules, Brian. What would you give it?
6.5.
6.5. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, we just kind of chilled out here. We had chili, and just kind of, I don't even know how. It was just a weird day. It was a weird Sunday for me.
Did the boys watch the game with you?
Hell no. God no. I got nerds, man. They want nothing to do with
nothing.
Sports.
They didn't watch a minute of it.
Not even a minute of it. They wanted.
Oh, bummer.
I mean, I invited them. Like, hey, you guys want to watch this? They're like, nah. Like every now and then, I'll get them to watch like a Guardians game or a Browns game with me, but it's very rare. Now, Buckeyes, on the other hand, they will watch a Buckeyes game with me.
Yeah, it's easy to be a Buckeyes fan.
But
anybody can do that.
But I also have the one child that's an asshole that will come up and be like, "Hey, why is the Mountaineers game not on?" Like, you don't even give a shit about the Mountaineers. What are you talking about? But no, it was kind of a low key day. Now it was pizza day yesterday. And Bri, we're also, we're degenerates. We'll eat whatever kind of pizza gets kind of thrown in front of us. We really don't care. But Bri, if you had to go fancy with a pizza and go to a pizza place that is like a legit pizza place, like you're getting a good piece of pizza. What pizza place are you picking here in Cleveland?
Well, as somebody who has ventured out, because you hear about all the fancy places, the places that are notorious in Cleveland. Like I've had a lot of them.
I was going to say you got like Sense, you got Larone.
Sense, what's that? Where's that?
Oh, you haven't Sense? I think it's in Lakewood.
Sense. Okay, no, I don't know if I know that. What's the one in? Is it Lake? I don't even know where some of these are. Is it Lakewood, Angelo's, or
Angelo's? Yeah, Angelo's.
Is that Angelo's? I've had that. That's pretty good. I recommend that. I had is it Vincenzo's?
Yeah.
In downtown Cleveland.
Uh-huh.
I've had that. What's the one by you in work?
Sweet Basil.
No. They have one. What is it? Geraci's? Yeah, Geraci's. Had Geraci's. Geraci's is good. I recommend that. I did recently have Edison's, and I felt like, so I went to the place. It's like a market or something, and they just sell it by the slice there. And I felt like everything was good. There was maybe too much sauce, and the dough itself wasn't cooked long enough. Like the cheese was good, the crust on the cheese was good, but the dough itself was very floppy. And so didn't love Edison's. Pizza 216, I don't know if that's still around.
I don't know. I think
that's pretty close to like a, gosh, I can't, is it Vincenzo's that's in downtown Cleveland that has like a slice shop? I keep saying that, but yeah, I don't know. It's close to East 9th, and I think it's the Radisson Hotel there.
Pizza 216 is still around.
Pizza 216. So those
Jake's Illarone is
no, I've never had Illarone or what did you say? I have friends that had Il Rione. and they said it was phenomenal. They said the place was packed, and the pizza was very good. So that's on the list. I think that's out towards the east side, maybe a little bit. What's the other one? Crust.
Oh,
I've never had
Edison.
Crust.
Forgot about
Yeah, I said I had Edison's like a month or two ago, and was a little underwhelmed. Too much sauce, not enough. Too much flop on the dough.
Okay.
Cheese was cooked good though.
I haven't seen Athens pizzas in here.
I think I've had that. Nothing memorable.
I mean-
Ohio pie, I'd still throw out there, and it's in Brunswick, and I think there's one in Rocky River, maybe. A little different, almost like a pan style. It's almost like a Detroit style, but maybe not as heavy as a Detroit style. And they have like a sweet sauce, and so put the sauce on top like a Detroit style. They don't give you a ton of sauce, so I would ask for extra sauce. But yeah, definitely would recommend that. Giannino's, we have one in Medina. I know there's a bunch around. Antonio's, always very good. Romeo's, kind of local Northeast Ohio
Tell you
staples.
what, Marco's has got a great pie too, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
The other one that we were forgetting, Brian, and we've been to it. We went to the office lounge. We were right beside it. A slice above.
Oh, one of my wife's favorites. We got it this year. I took her to the Miami Dolphins game. On our way back home to Medina, we stopped and got a slice above.
Oh, guess what? Looks like me and the boys are going to go to Sense Pizza pretty quickly.
Okay. Where's it at? It's in Lakewood?
No, it's not in Lakewood. It's in Cleveland. It's off of Lorraine and West 50th.
Lorraine and West 50th. Okay.
So seriously, it is like a block and a half away from my kid's school.
Well, there you go. Absolutely. Check it out and give us a review.
Don't tell my kids I'm going to stop here and get pizza before I pick them up from school.
Okay. It's fair. Keep your voice down. I can't tell them, but you think I got their cell phone numbers?
You'd be surprised. I think they have your cell phone number, by the way.
Uncle Bri, how come Daddy's cussing all the time up there after Browns games?
Why does Dad hit us after Browns games?
Yeah, isn't that? I think that's a kid's book. Why is Daddy always sad on Sundays? I'm pretty sure that's a Browns book. Yeah.
All right, let's get our top three and we'll close out the show, Brian. If anybody else has some pizza places that Brian and I got to check out, I know there's so many around Cleveland. You got Dina's there in Brooklyn. God, there's so many great pizza places around.
I have had Sweet Basil over by you. One time, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, the Brooklyn
Danny Boys. I remember I've had that one time. That was pretty good when I had that. What about underrated one? And I don't even know if it's around anymore because I think they might have demolished the building. And if Jose's still watching, it was right next to him. That Pile Mine.
Yeah, well, they didn't demolish the building, but that is gone now. So the Pile Mine
that is gone. Yeah, that was a good one.
They did have a good pizza
terrible
there.
Location though.
You know something? Maybe we need a Fatty and Big Bri pizza review together. We just go to a pizza place together, and hey, we'll do our own. Hey, Fat Boy Tuesday. One bite only. Everybody knows the rules.
There's so many. It's just where do you start?
Well,
but I feel like we hit a lot of the heavy hitter. I can't think of any other like notorious ones in Cleveland that we haven't mentioned.
I like the kind of like, and it might be me because it's just the way I love like the mom and pop, like just the one little storefront, and they're only local. They're nobody really knows about them. You just walk in and grab it and go. And what I love about being in a big city like Cleveland, Brian, because where I grew up, you didn't have that. You just had what was ever there and like maybe a couple of local restaurants. You didn't have the choices that you have here for pizza. Like, Brian, I could drive 5 minutes away from my house and hit up 30 different pizza spots.
Sure.
Or
You're in a good location.
Or even like burgers, going for a great burger or wings. Like I didn't have that, where I grew up at. It was what it was. Like I love this for like my kids because my kids are loving trying new food. Like we're going out for we're going to go build our own pho here. I think Thursday. I think Thursday we're going to go do that. But that's
What's a build your own pho? What's that?
Yeah, it's the new Vietnamese place that opened up at the mall where Vietnamese, Japanese. I don't want to group them all into the same spot, but it's almost like a ramen bar. You kind of go in, they have
okay.
So
right.
You can add beef, all that kind of stuff to it. So it's one of those ones that, but like my kids love stuff like that, and I love that I get to take them to places like that they get to experience different food than what I got to like Christ, Brett. Let's be honest, I didn't know what sushi was until I was like 20 years old. Like
Sure.
like that was part of my vocabulary.
Right. So I will say, going back to pizza, and haven't had it yet, but I've heard of a new place in Ashland, Ohio, and it's probably not. It's like within a mile of my brother-in-law's house, and it's a new place called Holy Pepperoni, and it's famous because it's New Haven, Connecticut style. And so if you watch any of the Portnoy pizza reviews, he says New Haven, Connecticut, that's the best pizza.
Okay.
So, if you're down in the area, I'll probably try it out in the next couple months. But yeah, if you're willing to drive a little bit down in Ashland, Holy Pepperoni. A Pete's. It has the A in front. A Pete's.
Yep, I see it. I see it right
Got
here. It. Oh my God, there's the menu. Pulled it up. Ooh, they got buffalo chicken dip. I'm all right with that.
Well, there you go. How can you go wrong?
You can't go wrong with that. What do they got for? Okay. All right. Right. Brian, we might be making a road trip to Ashland.
I will be. I'll tell you that much.
All right, Brian. Here we go. Let's get in our top three, brother.
Yep.
He's only saying that now because he's in Chicago. He says Chicago pizza is better.
Okay, shout out to Chicago pizza because I've tried the two big ones because I have family there, Lou Malnati's and Giordano's. I'm a Giordano's fan over Lou Malnati's. I feel like that's more of the authentic Chicago style. But my brother lives in Cary, Illinois. Mm-hmm. There's a place that Portnoy's actually reviewed up there called Uncle Jerry's. And that's, in my opinion, it's more of a modern kind of Italian or Chicago style to where it's not super heavy. It's not like eating a piece of pie, but it's really good. Uncle Jerry's definitely worth, if you're in the area, worth the drive. Hour northwest of Chicago, I believe.
All right, there you go. You heard it here on Network 216.
Go get it, Jose. Come on, man. You can take the trip up there. Take the train.
Oh, he would take the train up there. All right, Brian. Top three moments from the Super Bowl this year, whether it be commercials, plays, whatever. Do you have your top three ready?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you fire them off for me, bud?
Here we go. My number three, you got to give some love to the defense because it was such a defensive battle. So number three would be the defensive touchdown. But in general, the defensive performance by the Seattle, just Drake May, who finished, I think, 1 or 2 votes outside of the MVP, just made him look like like he was a Browns quarterback, to be honest, like a guy who was seeing ghosts, to use a Sam Darnold phrase. He just never looked comfortable. Never. Somehow he finished with 295 passing yards, which I have no idea how that happened, but just looked like an amateur quarterback. So tip of the cap to them. My number 2 is Kenneth Walker. Just a guy who I've said was a stud for a long time, going back to when he torched Michigan at Michigan State, and feel like he's never really gotten his run until being on the biggest stage. And what kept coming back to my mind was, if you go back to the Browns-Jets game and you look at the performance that Breece Hall had against the Browns, another good running back, athletic, quick, shifty running back against a very good defense. And that's what we had here, to where you give him the ball, he just kind of grabs it in the backfield and he just kind of waits for either a hole to open or to bounce it outside. Like, here's the ball, make it happen. And that's what he did, on his 30-yard runs that he had, or they kept highlighting it throughout the game, like just how patient he was. Like another Michigan State running back, Le'Veon Bell, like just
Chris
slow
brought that
up
earlier,
and wait for the hole to open, and then you just hit it and you just go. And so, like, an unbelievable performance on the biggest stage when they really didn't have a whole lot else going. Their offensive player of the year was banged up and had trouble getting some traction. So he should have been the MVP. It would have been a crime if it wasn't him. So he's my number 2 highlight. And then my number 1, I'll give you a little bit. The one commercial that I do remember and kind of started getting me to think, like, oh yeah, I got to start paying attention to commercials more, was the Budweiser one with the Clydesdale and the Eagle. That was,
I knew it.
Pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome.
My number 3.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you want to feel American? There you go. Watch that commercial. That was pretty awesome.
I sat there and watched that commercial, and the only thing I could think is Brian's getting that T-shirt. He's getting that T-shirt made, and he's going to get Screaming Eagle on the back of it. And
I mean,
that was my number 3. That was my number 3.
They should have done that a long time ago. How they didn't have that marriage between the Clydesdale and the Eagle, but yeah, I mean, because I didn't know where it, for whatever reason, I was just watching it, taking it in as it was happening. I wasn't trying to foreshadow what was going to happen, and it's kind of happened, and I was like, oh, that's awesome.
All right, that was my number 3. I got an honorable mention. I do have to give our kicker credit. The Myers kicker, 5 field goals, awesome.
Sure.
Bry, number 2 for me. And this is going to go on the Patriots side. Christian Gonzalez, the 2 pass breakups that he had, the deep shot to Rashid Shaheed. Is that how you say it?
Rashid Shaheed.
Shaheed. And then the one right there to cut off in Jigba. And I thought he intercepted that. I really did. He undercut that. I'll tell you what, that kid is – keep an eye on him, Bry. He's going to be amazing. Yeah. He is going to be truly amazing. And my number 1 – and it goes for the misfits of all misfits, Bry. You were drafted by the New York Jets. Ran into the mud. Went to Carolina with Baker. You went to
a backup
to
Baker.
Yeah.
Carolina.
Went to San Francisco. You took a team
backup
to 14-3. And they said, nah, we don't want you. We're going to go with this rookie from Michigan. And you end up getting the one, taking another team, 14-3, which trivia, Bride, there's only 2 NFL quarterbacks that have gone 14-3, and it is Sam Darnold and Tom Brady. Sam Darnold. Congratulations, my friend.
That was, well, you saved me from the only 2 quarterbacks in NFL history to have 2 14-win regular seasons. Tom Brady and Sam Darnold. Unbelievable.
Sam's. And hey, who would have thought out of that draft class of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson? We won't say Baker because we know the Baker Bros will get all upset.
Sure, you have to say Baker. Yeah, he's a starting quarterback in the league as of now.
He's the first one to win a Super Bowl.
Right. Well, and that's why and people will call me crazy and people won't want to hear it. That's why I hold out hope for Deshaun Watson. Because if I said 2 years ago that Sam Darnold was going to win a Super Bowl, people would have said, "You're absolutely crazy. That's the dumbest take you've ever had. There's a 0% chance that ever happens."
Bry.
And so what are you about to tell me right now? There's a 0% chance that
No.
Deshaun Watson ever does anything.
No, I'm not saying that. What you're saying is the hope that you're believing in Deshaun Watson was 4 years ago. That's your hope. That Deshaun Watson was going to be that guy 4 years ago.
You could have said the same thing about Sam Darnold 4 years ago in Carolina.
Oh yeah, because he was going to do so much in Carolina.
Well, the league gave up on him, and the league has given up on Deshaun Watson. And Deshaun Watson has proven a lot more in the league before Sam Darnold did 2 years ago.
In one season. He's proven.
No, not one season. No, he went to the playoff. He led the league in passing 1 year. He went to the playoff. Did he go to the AFC Championship game?
One season.
Did he go to the AFC Champion? I don't know. I can't. He either went to the AFC Championship game or he went to the second round of the playoffs and lost to Pat Mahomes. I think they were leading by like 21 points. But I'm just saying,
one's in the same
a talented quarterback.
The other one.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying you're writing it off as there's a 0% chance. And you would have said the exact same thing if I told you Sam Darnold was going to be good 2 years ago.
Okay, Bry, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but the thing is as much as I love the Cleveland Browns, I am over the Deshaun Watson experience here in Cleveland. Let him go do it somewhere else. That's your personal
right. Well, so I don't. That's your personal feelings getting in the way.
Okay.
Don't you want what's best for the Browns?
Let me ask you a question then. As of right now, if he actually plays this next year coming up, and it's Sam Shador, he gets the start, and he looks mediocre to okay, maybe a little bit above average. His contract's coming up. Are you going to re-sign him?
I'd have to go through the season and see what happens. I don't know.
So if he's above average, let's say the Browns go 9-7 or whatever the hell it is now, how many games they have. Let's say they go that route, 9-8, whatever. And he looks
What if they go 12-5?
Okay, if they go 12-5, but he looks just okay, are you going to sign him to another big contract? Because that's what he's going to want.
I think you have to have that conversation. Why would you him and Sam Darnold and Deshaun are about the same age. So it's not like Deshaun's 37 years old.
I understand that, but after just 1 year. Minnesota gave up on him after 1 year.
And was that a mistake?
Well, yeah, because they went after J.J. McCarthy. We don't have another quarterback that they would go after.
Well, it's Shador.
Yeah, do you call that?
Or the unknown in the draft.
That is true.
I'm just saying, like everybody who wants to say there's a 0% chance that Deshaun Watson amounts to anything, I would agree it's a very small chance. But those are the exact same people that are saying there's a 0% chance Sam Darnold ever turns into anything in the NFL.
I think there is a 0% chance it's here in Cleveland, Bry. That's my opinion. I think,
and it could be, maybe the fans have burnt that bridge for him, and he says, "Screw you! I never want to set foot in the city again." That could be a possibility.
Did the owner not burn the bridge when he announced that they made a mistake?
No, because what did he say?
We made a mistake.
No, he didn't.
That's exactly what he said.
Okay, I'll bet you $300 that's not what he said.
Then what did he say?
He said we took a big swing
and we missed
for Deshaun Watson. I don't know if he said we missed. I don't know for sure.
Big swing and we missed.
You just told me that he said he made a mistake, and now you're already backing off that.
And that's
so how could I trust you? How could I? No, how could I trust you?
Stop it.
You just told me that he said he made a mistake, and I'm telling you he didn't say that.
We made a big swing and missed. That is a mistake.
Well, clearly they haven't missed unless they cut him.
Well,
if they cut him, then that's an admission of miss.
They can't.
As long as he's on the roster, he's a possibility at quarterback. So
All
as
right.
much as you might not want to hear that, it's reality.
The bad thing is it's closer to reality on this team coming next year than I want it to be.
Well, still, don't get me wrong. Still, the best thing for the Browns franchise is to have Shedeur Sanders turn into a top 15 quarterback. I won't even say top 10 or top 5, top 15 quarterback, because he's still on a rookie deal for 2 more years after this season. So that's best case scenario for the Browns.
Let's give him to top 25 first and not 49th. Let's try that.
Pro Bowl quarterback. You're just asking. You're just asking for hate. Top 25. You're just asking for hate.
Oh yeah, from a Pro Bowl quarterback. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. All right, we're done. We're done. We're going to do our trivia. We're going to end this show before they.
You deserve all the chubby jokes that are coming your way this week.
That's fine.
After that,
I'll take them all day. Take them. Hey, take them right on my 7th chin. I'll take them.
There you go.
All right, Bri. So trivia brought to you by City Dogs Cleveland. As we got off the rails at the end. You said the second most passing yards in a Super Bowl besides Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it a win or loss? Did they have to win the Super Bowl?
No. I think actually, to be honest, I think Brady's 505 was the year that they lost.
Okay. The one that comes to mind, Bri, I gotta go to the greatest show on turf, Kurt Warner.
I think you're right. Yep, I think it was that Kurt Warner. So Tom Brady has the number 1 and the number 2. Kurt Warner has 3, 4, and 6. People forget how
Arizona,
what a stud
and then
Kurt Warner. Two in St. Louis and 1 in Arizona.
Jeez.
And then there's so Brady, Warner, and then number 5. Can you think of number 5? It was probably in the last 10 years.
Foles.
There you go. Look at you. You brought it strong today. Nick Foles. Yep. 373 yards. I think that was the year he beat Brady when Brady passed for 505.
Yeah, that was the Philly special. That was when Carson Wentz was going to be the MVP and led the Eagles and then got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? We never heard from Carson Wentz again.
Yep. So Tom Brady, Kurt Warner, and 2 Philadelphia Eagles, Foles and McNabb. That's your top 7 right there.
Jeez. All right. Well, everybody, I want to thank you guys so much for watching tonight. Jose, it's good seeing you in the chat, my friend.
Yeah, bud.
IBG, Brian, James, Justin, Chris. I think there's more in there that I could be forgetting, but it's okay. Thank you guys for joining us. Give us that like and subscribe on all of our socials at Ham Illegal, at Network 216. Brian, it's time to God bless them, my friend.
Yeah, God bless you. God bless America.
We're Legal Ham to Face. We're definitely uncorked. We're unloaded. We will see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great night.